Dr. Unati, why would I use HPV vaccine in my child? Why would I let my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, receive HPV vaccination? Actually, I would advise you to say yes to it because studies show there's a remarkable reduction in cervical cancer in countries like my country in Canada. We start giving this vaccination in grade 6. And of course, if your child delayed till was 15, we can give a third vaccination. Otherwise, HPV vaccine comes in 2 doses. You give it now and then 6 months later. So basically, I know that a lot of you are asking, why would I let my daughter or my son receive it? I would actually say yes to it. I actually said yes for my son. We said yes as his parents because we don't know as parents what our children who they meet when they in an age where they could engage in sexual activities. We don't know that, do we? And we see actually in the world, 100 countries said yes to HPV vaccination. In 2019, there were like 100 countries. I was happy to see countries like Kenya, the African countries where we see a lot of cervical cancer in the later stages causing death. So I was proud of those countries. Even my country, South Africa, they actually say yes to vaccination, more especially in HIV patients. Here's the thing about HPV. HPV basically is human papilloma virus. It is a sexually transmitted infection. It's a sexually transmitted infection where you can receive it sexually and actually anally. You can also receive it orally. So people who engage in, like men, sleeping with men, almost all anal cancers actually are caused by HPV. And actually, almost all cervical cancers are due to HPV. Probably 85% of vaginal cancers are due to HPV. The head and neck, like I mentioned, we do see oral cancers due to HPV for people who do oral sex. So it's a reality. I know that a lot of people, they don't know if they are sure to do it for their children. In the beginning, when this vaccination came out, we said, okay, it's gonna be safe for any child between 9 to probably 26 years in adults. And then studies came back again. They said, you know what, it's safe up to 55 years. So why would you not take it? I personally went for it because you know what? It's very important not to regret at a later stage because cervical cancer kills, guys. Cervical cancer kills. And when it happens, I'll tell you this. Almost all my patients who have HPV, because HPV you could either clear it with your own immune system, but with a lot of stress that we have out there, a lot of times people don't clear it. And that's why we see dysplasia, which is the changes in your cervix, the cervical epithelium, later on changing to cancer. So a lot of times people are unable to clear this virus, like flu, you would clear it. So a lot of times it brings about those changes, the dysplasia, which later cause cervical cancer. So again, the question is, why would I say yes for my child? Yes, I say a big yes because I don't know when my child, when the time is ready, when he's an adult, would be ready to have a sexual intercourse. So why not? Because honestly, really, we received immunizations when we were younger. We received the polios. We received the smallpox was eradicated because we said yes to the vaccinations. So why can't we say yes to this? Right? I always said, same applies to the new vaccination. That one, I'm not going to go into that detail. But what I'm trying to say is we said yes to vaccinations like TB, right? We said yes to vaccinations for polio. We eradicated polio. We don't see polio. We don't see smallpox. Why would we say no to HPV? Do you know when your child would say yes to sexual activities, who he or she will meet? That's the question I'm going to leave you with. So yeah, what I can say is it is safe, tested in many countries. And like I said, in countries like Australia, Canada, US, in Europe, and again, other countries, those are actually where the pioneers, they said yes to it. And indeed, we're starting to see less and less numbers of young people coming in with genital warts, with cervical changes. So think about it. It's up to you. But just let's know the facts. The facts are HPV vaccination has been tested. It's safe. I received it because I said to myself, why not? I'm below 55. When it came out, they said 9 to 26. And I had missed that time. When other studies came back, they said, let's do it up to 55. Why not? Why would I not take it? I was vaccinated as a child. I'm still alive. And I see the science behind the vaccinations. I see the eradication of diseases like polio, smallpox. I just said it. So why would I not say yes to this? Because I know the stress that a lot of people that carry HPV have. One, it has a lot of stigma in the world. Where I am, it carries a lot of stigma. People, they get judged by people they meet. There's a lot of connotation that it is related to promiscuity. No, it could be that first person you have sexual intercourse with. It could be that first person. It could be your child, that very first person. Your child could keep himself or could keep herself clearly and purely the first spouse or the first partner he or she has sexual intercourse with. So it is safe, guys. I know that a lot of times people come up with all these things that, oh no, this is bureaucracy. There's a lot of things people come up with. I'm gonna leave you with this. And if we say it doesn't work, why did we eradicate smallpox? How did we do that? How did we eradicate polio if we're not gonna say yes to this? And again, do you know when your child will say yes to sexual intercourse with who? I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching.